Hello, 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 brothers and sisters. How you doing out there? How you doing? Come on in, so you can get some of that good content tonight. Come on in, come on in, come on in. I'm ready and waiting for you, my brothers and sisters out there, so we can get on it tonight. We're about to approach the weekend, so come on in, brothers and sisters. I got to give you a booster shot so you can get to the weekend. I got some good content for you tonight, as I normally do every night. So come on in, brothers. Come on in, my sisters. I want you to relax, and I want you to take this information in. It can help you as far if you're looking for a serious, committed, and covenant relationship. Come on in, come on in, come on in, my brothers. Come on in, my sisters. I'm looking so forward to talking to you all today. This is one of the high points of my day, my brothers and sisters, when I could come before you all and we could break bread together. How you doing, Sister Flo Harvey Martin? So come on in, my brother. Come on in, my sister, so we can get it. You're going to enjoy this particular show tonight. You'll be able to take something from it, and you can apply it to your life and your relationships. I guarantee you can, my brothers. I guarantee you can, my sister, and we're about to get into it shortly. Yes, yes, yes. How you all doing out there? How you all doing? I hope that you all are doing well. Me, myself, brothers and sisters, I am doing excellent. I'm doing blessed with a twist of serenity. Come on in, come on in, come on in. I enjoy talking about relationship, my brother and sister. And for those of you that are looking at this particular broadcast, you kind of familiar with me. If you're new to the broadcast, I just want to introduce myself. My name is Tony M. Toomer, and I talk about relationships. I talk about relationships strictly between a man and a woman from a biblical standpoint or perspective. That's what I normally do. I believe strongly in how God had a unique relationship with the man first. Then he had a unique with the woman secondly. He brought both the man and the woman together. And when that man perceived that the woman came from him, at that particular time, the man named Adam, he said to Eve, bone of my bone, flesh of my flesh, I should call her woman because she came from man. And my brother and sister, those of you that are coming in, go ahead and grab you a bag of popcorn. Grab you some soda, courtesy of Sister Flo Harvey Martin. Go ahead and grab it so you can come close to the front. I want you to sit in some of these vacant seats so you can enjoy this content tonight. You're going to be able to enjoy it. It's not going to be complex, but it's going to be straight to the point, my brothers and sisters. And I would like for you all to know, I don't side with no brothers. I don't side with no sisters, depending on what type of content I present. I might weigh more on the other gender, but I'm going to always bring the other gender in. So I'm not pro-man. I'm not pro-woman. How you doing, Sister Cheryl Smith? So I want you all to be aware that I'm not pro-man and I'm not pro-woman, but depending on the content, it will probably be more to one gender than the other. Just opinion, okay? So with that said, if you don't believe in the relationship between a man and a woman, from a biblical standpoint, I still encourage you, my brother and sister, to stay here so you can enjoy this content. How you doing, Sister Nisa? Stay here so you can enjoy that particular content. And as a matter of fact, tonight's topic is 7 reasons why men should not chase women. 7 reasons why men should not chase women. Sister, this is no disrespect to no sisters. And this is not no lifting up men. This is not no men lift up tonight. It's not this. And it's more than what you think. Even though you heard the topic, I'm going to go into it, but it's no disrespect to women and brothers. So don't think I'm just pro-men. No, it's not that I'm pro-men. It's just what I'm going to point out at this particular time. I'm telling you, you need to pay attention, my brothers and sisters. You stay here too, because some of you have heard some of this stuff that I'm about to say. And so don't get offended or nothing like that. 7 reasons why a man should not chase women. Now, most women, my brothers and sisters, most women, and some of you brothers have heard, and some of you are aware that some women have been taught let the man chase you. Some women have heard that. How you doing, Sister Chain? Some women have heard that. Let the man chase you. Let the man pursue you. Some have been taught, play hard to get. Let the man prove himself to you. But the average man, when it comes to a man should not chase a woman, the average man doesn't have this particular knowledge in him. The average man needs to understand, why are women here anyway? Women aren't here to be used. Women aren't here to be abused. But women, when you look at, you have to have this type of knowledge. Why are women here? They are here for a purpose. So what is the purpose? And a lot of you have heard this several times. The purpose of a woman is said in 1 Corinthians 11:9. Again, 1 Corinthians 11:9. 1 Corinthians 11:9. It said, neither was the man created for the woman, but the woman was created for the man. So therefore, brothers, I'm giving you the knowledge right now. You were not created for a woman. You were not created for a woman. And this from God's own word. This is not Tony's word. This is God's word. You were not created for a woman. God's word say that the woman was created for the man. And when it said the man, it don't mean every man. It means for a particular man. That's what it means, for a particular man. Women aren't here to be abused, and women aren't here to be used. Women aren't second-class citizens. So, brothers, you should not be thirsting after a woman. You should know how to utilize a woman in your life. That's a good woman. You have to know how to utilize a woman. As a matter of fact, let me tell you this, my brothers and sisters. I'm not blowing no horn. I'm not putting myself on no pedestal or nothing like that. How you doing, mother? Like I said, I'm not blowing my horn and putting myself on a pedestal. But me, I have never ran after a woman. I have never ran after a woman. I may have approached women, but I never ran after any woman in my past. There's not one woman that could say that I ran after them. Not one. Not one woman could say that I blew up her phone. Since we in this technical age, technology age, not one woman could say that I text her to death. Not one woman could say that I questioned her and tried to keep up with her ins and outs. Not one woman. Because you see, I understand that a woman was created for a man from God's own viewpoint. And I understand that if a woman is in my life, I'm supposed to utilize this woman with a purpose in mind. And that is a positive and good purpose in mind. 3 examples, and I have said this a few nights ago. 3 examples why I've got 3 couples that proves, it's documented that these particular men did not run after a woman. These 3 particular men, they had everything together when God decided to bring these women to them. Adam and Eve. Isaac and Rebekah, Boaz and Ruth. What does Adam and Eve, what does Isaac and Rebekah, what does Boaz and Ruth have in common? You got 3 men, you have 3 women. What does all 3 of these couples have in common? The man did not chase the woman. In neither case, the man did not chase the woman. The woman did not chase the man. I got to put that out there too. The woman did not chase the man. As it is written in Proverbs 18:22, he who finds a wife finds a good thing and obtains favor from the Lord. Now, Adam obtained favor from the Lord. Isaac obtained favor from the Lord. Boaz obtained favor from the Lord. These are 3 good women. God created these 3 good women to go with those 3 good men. That's not saying that the man was perfect. That's not saying that the woman was perfect, but God perfectly put these people together, these couples together. Now, when a man acquires wisdom, when a man acquires knowledge, when a man acquires understanding, when a man acquires discernment, all of these I'm talking about from a spiritual perspective, looking at it from a spiritual eyesight or eye, okay? If he have chased, if he have pursued more than one woman, he would eventually become bored. Then he would think if she didn't have, and we're going to have to talk about this, okay? We got to talk about this, my brother and sister. When a man have the wisdom, when a man have the knowledge, when a man have the understanding, and when a man have the discernment, he's not going to chase women. He could have chased women in the past. He could have pursued women strongly in the past. But he would eventually get bored. He would eventually get bored of chasing women. When I say women, I'm talking about plural. Women. It's very taxing. My brother, those of you that out there chasing women, it's very I know it's hard on you. You don't think it's hard, but since I'm bringing it to your attention, brother, just think about it. Why are you chasing women plural? Why are you chasing women plural? Let's get right down to it. Why do most men chase women? Let's be adult about this. Let's put it out there. Most men, you chase women because she has something that you want. And we know what most men want from women. We know that most men, not all men, I must stress this, not all men, but we know that most men, you view women as sexual objects. We know this. We know this. Let's be real, brother. Most brothers, when I say brother, I'm not talking only about the black race. I'm talking about a different races. Most of you look at women as sex objects. Most of you just want a woman for her vagina. Most of you, bro, that's all you want. You want a woman for her vagina. Because all you're thinking about is getting your ejaculation on. And what you're thinking about getting a good ejaculation. And after you get a good ejaculation, you come back down to reality. That's how it is. You release in this woman, because most of you, not all of you, you want to use the woman. So that's what you do. You just want to ejaculate in her. And once you do that, a lot of times you don't really want, most of the time you don't have nothing in common with the woman, but you chase her for that. And when you chase her for that, that's what you're doing. You all remember some years ago, there was this group called Parliament Funkadelics. I know you all remember Parliament Funkadelics. You all remember this song, what they had out, Nothing But the Dog in Me. You know, it goes something like, bow wow wow, yippee yo, yippee yay, bow wow, yippee yo, yippee yay. Why must I chase the cat? Why must I be like that? Nothing but the dog in me. What you think they were talking about? Look at it, it's symbolic, dog and cat. It's symbolic. Why did they say that? It was a popular song, but what does it mean? Think about what does it mean. How you doing, sister? Call you the same 7 reasons why a woman shouldn't chase a man. Okay. That's another topic, another time, sister. But that's why most men chase women, because most men look at women as a sexual object. Now, when men acquire wisdom, knowledge, understanding, and discernment, it's story time. Where do you go to pursue women, and where do you go to chase women? Most of the time, you're going to go to clubs to chase a woman. Most of the time, that's where you go. You go to a club to chase a woman. What do clubs know? Clubs know this. How you doing, sister Denise? Oh yeah, I have spoke to you. What do clubs know? Clubs have specialized nights and treats for women. They have ladies' night. They have it where women could come in and drink or get drinks early, right? Why do they do that? Why do sometimes they want women to come into the club and they might not charge them that much, if nothing at all? Why do they do that? Because they know that you're going to come. They know that if a whole bunch of women somewhere, they know a lot of you brothers going to come. And when a lot of you brothers going to come, you're not going there. A lot of brothers that go to club, they're not looking for no long-term relationship. They're not looking for a long-term relationship. Most of them, they're looking for a moment of your time. Some of you sisters need to recognize it. So some women, they're going down there, they want the free drinks and stuff from a guy. And some of them had no intention of really talking to the guy, but a lot of them will get the drink from the guy. Most of the time when the guy purchased the drink, he wants to talk to you. And most of the time it's not for long term. Most of the time when guys go to club, it's for short term recreation. And that's just a fact. When you get spiritual wisdom, you're going to get tired of that, brothers. You're going to really get tired of it. You're going to eventually get tired of running after women. And another thing, let's talk about dating sites. I don't have nothing wrong. It's nothing wrong with dating site. Yeah, Kool in the Gang, ladies night. I don't have nothing. It's nothing wrong with dating sites. Let me put that out there. Because guess what? Some years ago, before I got married, I was interested in dating, right? So it was this girlfriend of mine. When I said girlfriend, she happened to be a woman that was a friend. She said, Tony, why don't you try getting on a dating site? They got something like Black People Meet and all these other dating sites. So I said, oh, well, I ain't got nothing to lose. So I got on the dating site. And when I got on the dating site, I met different types of women. I met different types of women. But when I got on the dating site, I was not getting on no dating site to look for no woman for no one night stand. That was not my purpose. But to tell you the truth, sister, a lot of brothers, not every brother. When I said brother, keep this in mind. I'm not talking exclusively about black guys. I talk about from different races. There are a lot of guys that they use the dating site because they are thirsty. They just like this. They're thirsty. They just looking for women for a lot of hookups. That's why a lot of guys utilize dating sites. Since some of you sisters might not be aware of it, that's why a lot of guys use it. So you have to be very careful when you're going to meet up with a guy. And guys, you need to be very careful when you meet up with some of these women, because you got some women out there looking for men to take care of them, to get their resources. So you got a lot of people trying to use everyone on the dating site. But we specifically talk about 7 reasons why a man should not chase a woman. 7 reasons why a man shouldn't chase a woman. Let's get to these 7 reasons, okay? 7 reasons why a man should not chase a woman. A man should pursue his purpose first of all with God. That's what a man needs to do first. He needs to pursue his purpose with God in mind. Before a woman even come in the picture, you need to pursue your purpose because you have a gift. And as I always say, brother, you have to discover who you are. You have to know why you're here, what is your purpose here on earth. And you need to know where you're going. Before you even meet a woman, these are 3 important things that you need to understand, brother. Why, who are you? Who are you? Do you really know who you are? The only way you're going to know who you are is your relationship with the Lord. Once you know who you are in the Lord, then you're going to really understand why you're here on earth. You are here on earth more than just to move, do your own thing. It's a bigger, grand scheme why you're here. You didn't ask to be here, but you're here. You're here for a reason. It's a reason for everything. And once you know who you are, you will know why you're here. Most men, brothers, you don't know why you're here. Some of you think you're here to just make a living and that's it. It's bigger than that. You have a gift which you have to discover in yourself, and you have to utilize that gift that's in you. The gift that's in you is not yours, but you have it and you're supposed to utilize it. So once you understand who you are, why you're here, then you know where you're going. When you know where you're going, then you're being equipped for a woman to come into your life. Because women are created, like I said, women are created for the man, not the man for the woman. That's what God's words say, that the woman was created for the man. He was not created for her. So, brothers, you have to know where you're going. Women are made to be followers of a good man, not just no any man, a good man. If you notice this, brother, when you taking a woman out of whatever you're doing, they always want to know where we going, where you taking me. They want to know. They want to know. You know why they want to know? It's not that they're being nosy. That's just built in them, because you are the leader and you're supposed to be the head of the relationship. So she wants to, when a woman asking you that, and when a woman decides to follow you, that leading up to, she want to be able to trust you. She want to be able to trust your leadership and your guidance after the Lord, that is. Next, a man should have somewhere that he lives. Before you think about a woman, brother, you need to have somewhere to live. Don't even think about a woman until you have that together. You have your purpose and you have somewhere to live. You need to be in a good, safe, clean environment for yourself first before any woman or possibly any children. You need to have yourself somewhere to live. Next, brother, you should be able to cultivate. That's what you need to be before a woman. You need to be prepare something to grow, which is your work, not your job. You see, just like Adam, he cultivated. When Adam cultivated, he was like a farmer. A farmer is like cultivate the ground in order to grow. When you start learning how to cultivate, you got your gift and you got your purpose. So it's something in you that needs to grow and expand. You're getting prepared for the right woman. You see, that's going to be your work, not your job. You see, if you have a job, you can get fired from a job. You understand? You can always get fired from a job, but you can't get fired from a work. If you notice this, when Jesus was down here, Jesus never said, I'm going to do my Father's job. He said, I'm going to do my work. It's a work that you do. You understand, my brother? So it's a work, not a job. When you understand who you are, when you have somewhere to live, and when you are preparing your gift to grow, you're getting equipped for a woman, because a woman is going to be your helpmeet. You don't run after your helpmeet. She's going to be brought to you. Understand that, brother? She's going to be brought to you at the right and appropriate time. After that, my brother, you need to learn your boundaries. You're going to have to be disciplined when it comes to a woman, not women. You see, when it comes to a woman, you got to be able to shrink a lot of things down, okay? Because I'm about to hit something very important that you all need to listen up. You need to know your boundaries, clearly what you can do and what you cannot do. Since you know your purpose, where you're going to live, you're going to cultivate your gift, you need to learn boundaries, what you can and cannot do. You're free to do what you want to do, but you got boundaries. Certain things you can't do when you're getting prepared for a good woman. You're going to have to modify your life and get prepared for this good woman to come in your life. That's why you shouldn't be chasing women. And this is a big part of why you shouldn't be chasing women. I'm going to give you a big example of what happens when you chase a lot of women. Like I said, if you're single, brothers, you could date. Sister, you could date. But like I always say, date with purpose. Don't date just to be having fun. You can have fun on the date, but you date with purpose because you have time. You have a time limit. The average life expectancy, brothers and sisters, for a man and a woman is 70. That's 70 years. Some of the people that I'm talking to right now, you're in your 30s, your 40s, your 50s, your 60, and can go up to 70. But your average life expectancy from a biblical standpoint is 70 years. And time is moving swiftly. So when it comes to your life, my brothers and my sisters, you don't want to waste time. So brothers, stop chasing our women, because if you're chasing women, you're going to always see pretty women, brothers. You're going to always see pretty women. When you see one pretty one, you're going to see one that's prettier than that one. When you see one fine one, you're going to see another one that's finer than that. So if you just hooked up on appearance, which we are attracted to how women basically look. That I must say, we attracted more to how women look. But brothers, you're going to have to get beyond how women look. You got to look at, she got to be more than just a pretty face and a fine figure. She got to be more than that to your life. Now, we're going to get into something real, and I'm going to give you an example of what happens, my brothers, when you should not chase women. I'm going to bring out this classic case. A man that chased women, you will lose things. Brother, listen to me. When you chasing women, plural, women, you're going to lose some things. You don't gain nothing by chasing women. Listen to me, brother. You do not gain anything by chasing women. You lose when you chase women, plural. You can't love every woman on the same level. That's right, Sister Flo. You don't sleep with all of them, but it's some more stuff that I'm about to get into. Brother, let me tell you something that you lose when you chase women. Which your daddy didn't tell you. Which your boys didn't tell you. When you go to the barber shop, they don't tell you this what I'm about to tell you. They will never tell you this what I'm telling you at the barber shop. This is what happened. For example, this is what you're going to lose. Something you're going to lose, brother. You're going to lose peace of mind. You will lose time trying to please women with their various desires, because women are emotional. Different women like different things. All women don't like the same thing. Most of them are going to want you to quench their desires. So you're going to lose peace of mind trying to fulfill their desires, especially when the numbers start going up, the number count going up. You're going to even wear your body out, brothers. You're going to wear your body out trying to have a whole bunch of women, chasing women. What do I mean by wearing your body out? What if this woman want to have sex with you this night, and this other woman want to have sex with you late on this night? What if this other woman want to have sex with you in the morning? You can't do it, brother. Your name is not Romeo or none of that kind of stuff. Your name ain't some of these other guys, Casanova. Levert had a song out some years ago called Casanova. You're not no Casanova. He couldn't even do it. No man can quench the desires of women, plural. You barely could do it with one, but the one that you have, you're gonna have to get a woman that's content. A woman that's content, that brings 100% into the relationship. Another thing that you lose when you're running after women and you're chasing women, you're going to lose money and resources. The more women that you try to get, it's going to cost you. It's going to cost you money. They want to go out. They're going to want nice things. That's what's going to happen. So when you chasing women, plural, you're losing peace of mind. You're going to lose your energy because you're trying to please various women desires. You're going to wear out your body because your body is a body, brother. You can't do it. You could try to do it, but you can't do it. And you're going to lose your money and resources. We're going to use this classic case of a man that ran after women. What was the topic? The topic is 7 reasons why a man should not chase women. This is a classic case of what happens when you run after women. And this not saying women are bad. I'm not saying women are bad, but the more you try to get, it's going to be hard for you, brother. You got to realize this, especially when you get older, brother. When you get older, when you was younger, yes, you do young and foolish things. When I was young, I did young and foolish things, okay? But you're going to have to get to a point that you're going to have to try to use your discernment. That's not saying that you won't fall, brothers. Sisters fall, brothers fall. I'm not saying that you will never make no errors in your life, okay? I'm not saying that, but I'm just trying to caution you. Don't touch the stove because even though it look cold, it could be hot, okay? Now, we're going to talk about King Solomon. Some of you all are aware of King Solomon. Some of you may not. King Solomon happened to be the third king of Israel. He was David's son. David was the second king after Saul. King Solomon is noted for having wisdom. What is wisdom? Wisdom is the ability to articulate and know how to use the knowledge that you have with experience and discernment so you can know how to apply it. You know how to apply knowledge, you know how to apply understanding, and you know how to apply discernment. He had the wisdom whereas he could see things from God's perspective. He's the only man that ever lived that had that kind of wisdom. Now, we got some wise men, we had some wise wisdom, but none of us never got close to what Solomon had. This man had wisdom. This man was a king of a whole country. This man had untold wealth. There's not one man that ever lived. I don't care what the history books say. They'll say this was the richest man. This is the richest man. All that stuff, Bill Gates, them, Warren Buffett, them, Jay-Z, and all that. They couldn't touch King Solomon. They could not touch him, especially when it comes to wisdom from a spiritual standpoint. 1 Kings 11:1. I'm going to point out some things. What happens when a man chases women? King Solomon, however, lured many foreign women. Foreign women. What does this mean? Yeah, they came from different locations. How you doing, Sister Twyla? They came from different locations, but they had different background and experience. Solomon was dealing with women that he should not have dealt with. Remember, you don't supposed to be unequally yoked. Don't be unequally yoked. Solomon was getting himself into a situation where he was going to be unequally yoked. Listen to more. They were from nations about which the Lord had told the Israelites, you must not intermarry with them because they will surely turn your heart after their gods. You see what Jesus, through God's Son, through Jesus, through the Holy Spirit, revealed to Solomon? And not only Solomon, that was a strict rule back before Solomon. Don't do it. Don't deal with women that believe other things. This could happen to me. This could happen to any brother that looking at it. This could happen to any man, whether you following the Lord or not. If you get unequally yoked with a woman, especially on a spiritual level, it never fails, brothers. If you deal with a woman that is not following the Lord as you do, she's going to change. She's going to turn your heart against the Lord. Solomon was the wisest man. He could not do it. So I cannot do it. I don't have no wisdom close to Solomon. And none of you brothers that listen, you cannot do it. Women can influence you. Believe it or not, brothers. I don't care how good you think your game is, and I'm not saying that women are deceptive or nothing like that. Like some of you brothers would say, they deceptive. No, it's not deceptive. They can influence you. Ask Adam. Eve did not make Adam do anything. He chose to do it. She influenced him, but he made that decision. He made the call. Brother Job, he did not allow his wife to influence him, but she had the possibility to influence him. And the more women you get, you're going to be going different ways. They're not going to take you the same direction. Again, it said they were from nation with the Lord told the Israelite, you must not intermarry with them because they will surely turn your heart after their God. That means after their beliefs. Whatever they believe, you're going to try to please them. Not one woman, plural, women. You're going to try to please them. You're going to try to keep a smile on their face. But what does the word of God continue to say? It said, nevertheless, Solomon didn't listen to it. Because that means it said, nevertheless, Solomon held fast to them in love. He left his first love was the Lord. He rather hold on to the old women. He had 700 wives of royal birth, 300 concubines, and his wife led him astray. You understand that? They led him astray. It's dangerous when you're chasing women. You're supposed to try to select the woman that you and her could build together, not women. You can't build with women. You could build with a woman if she's a good woman. Women you can't build with. A good woman you can. And like I said, I know sometimes you will fall, brothers. But if you fall, you better get up and recognize where you're at. As Solomon grew old, his wife turned his heart after other gods, and his heart was not fully devoted to Lord his God, as his father David, his father, had been. So the Bible says, so Solomon did evil in the eyes of the Lord. He did not follow the Lord completely. If you deal with a whole lot of women, brothers, you're not going to follow the Lord completely. Plural, a lot of women. You're not going to do it because they're going to lead you astray. You're going to touch the stove. You're going to find out that the stove is hot. As David, his father, had done, he did the same of all the foreign women who burnt incense and offered sacrifice to their gods. So these women led him spiritually. Solomon was supposed to lead them. They led him. You were not made to follow a woman. She was made to follow you, the right one. But when you have different ones, you're going to eventually follow them, brothers. I don't care how man you think you are, and you have all these women. You know some of those men that you see would have a whole bunch of women on their arm and stuff, like they profile and all that. I guarantee you, those women influence these guys. It look like the guy got everything under control. The women, they got things under control. Don't believe everything you see on TV. You see these movie stars and all these people that have 2 or more women. The women running the show. Don't ever think that man running the show. Now, you brother that follow after the Lord, check this out. What happened to Solomon when he turned away from the Lord? 1 Kings 11, 9 through 11. 1 Kings 9 through 11. 1 Kings 11, 9 through 11. It say this. The Lord became angry with Solomon because his heart had turned away from the Lord God of Israel, who had appeared to him twice in a dream. Although he had forbidden Solomon to follow other gods, Solomon did not keep the Lord's commandment. You know why he couldn't keep the Lord's commandment? Because he got with some women and he was unequally yoked, and they stole his heart from the Lord. So the Lord said to Solomon, brother, listen to what the Lord said to Solomon. And he's saying that to me, and he's saying that to you. If you want to keep running after women, this is a warning. And none of us is wise as Solomon. And the Lord said to Solomon, since this is your attitude, this is what the Lord is saying, since this is your attitude, and you have not kept my covenant and my decrees, which I commanded you, I will certainly tear the kingdom away from you and give it to one of your subordinates. If you chasten women, plural, if you chasten women and you once were following the Lord, your heart is going to be taken away because you're going to try to please them. It's going to happen. The Lord going to get mad, or some of you understand what pissed off means. To the third level, pistosity. He's going to get pissed. And when you piss off the Lord, you make him angry, he's going to make a point. In Solomon's case, he said, I'm going to tear your kingdom away from you and give it to one of your subordinates. Whatever the Lord have done for you, brothers, and you continue to disobey him, he'll give you an opportunity to change. Because, believe it or not, brother, the Lord is going to show you some red flags. Solomon seen some red flags with these different women, but he got to the point where he ignored the red flags. He ignored them to the point where he started forgetting about the Lord. He didn't care what the Lord think. So the Lord had to make another special appearance to him and get right up in his face and talk to him. And when the Lord take it away from you, you ain't no hard to get it back. Because he was making a mockery of God. This man was once upon a time was a godly man. Now his behavior and stuff like that, he was being disgraceful to God. He's supposed to be representing God. But he continued to do it. He continued to do it until he got old, because the Bible said, as Solomon grew old, he was doing it for a while. It wasn't just like a momentary thing. This man was doing it until he got old. And the Lord just ran out of patience. The same thing that happened to, the very same thing that happened to Samson. What was Samson? Samson was running after women until he ran into the wrong one. And we know who that was. Her name was Delilah. That was his Achilles heels, per se. He ran after women. What happened to Samson besides he got his hair cut? What happened? The Bible clearly say that he told Delilah his secret. He said about a blade not cutting his hair. You see, it wasn't about his hair. It wasn't about that. His hair represented a contract. So you all don't think that Samson's strength was in his hair. No, his hair represented a contract, a covenant between him and God. That's why he wasn't supposed to get it cut. But he told the enemy. Who was the enemy? Delilah. Delilah believed in other gods. Samson tried to please Delilah. No, he didn't try. He pleased her. And guess what she did? She set him up for some money. You see, Samson was getting some warning before he met Delilah. If you read the Samson story, Samson, it was some more women involved before Delilah. We just know about Delilah because of the haircut. What happened? We know what happened. Samson lost his eyesight. When that hair got cut, he couldn't shake himself like he used to. These men pounced on Solomon and they plucked his eyes without anesthesia. Can you imagine that? Somebody holding you, several men holding you, and then they do something to your eyes. I mean, without anesthesia. Don't you know that's painful? You see, Samson lost sight two ways. He lost mental sight or spiritual sight, then he lost his physical sight. Solomon did the same thing. He lost his spiritual sight. He had a conversation with the Lord. The Lord appeared to him in a dream. He forgot about those dreams. And then he lost sight of where he's supposed to be. Number 7, a man must know how to possess the knowledge that I just gave to you. He must understand the knowledge. What is the knowledge, brothers? The knowledge is this. You got to remember this. And this is no put down on no women. But in our society, there's big games being played. And we know the big games that being played. Most men is about the body, and most women are about the resources. Again, you got to have this knowledge, brother. Condense and trim it down. Try to put yourself in a position with a good woman, okay? Several women are going to lead your heart away. Most women, like I said earlier, have heard and have been taught to let the man chase. Most women, they are taught that by, bad to say, their parents, their relatives, TV, movies. They're taught to let the man chase them. But that's not that. That's the world way. They are taught to play hard to get. They make you all jump through those hoops, those invisible hoops that got the fire around them. They have you all getting on stage performing and eating some popcorn and enjoying the show while you doing everything. Most of you brothers that dating a whole bunch of women, you put more into it than them. And you don't realize it because you're playing with too many of them. You have to prove yourself. The more you try to prove yourself to women plural, the less you're going to get out of it. You're going to be one, I'm doing all this, but I'm not getting what I'm supposed to. The average man, like I had said earlier, don't have the knowledge that I just told you about. And remember what I told you. In 1 Corinthians 11:9, it said, neither was man created for the woman, but the woman for the man. So why are you thirsty? You shouldn't be thirsty, brother, when you understand that the woman was made for the man, a good man, not women, a woman. Never run after women. And sisters, never run after men. But that's another topic for another time. I gave you 3 examples of men that did not run after women, but God brought them. I gave you 3 examples. I said God brought Eve to Adam. God brought Rebecca to Isaac. He brought Ruth to Boaz. In all those 3 cases, neither the man ran after the woman or the woman ran after the man. God orchestrated all that. If you go outside of that pattern, you're doing it the wrong way, brother. If you go outside that pattern, you're doing it the wrong way, sister, because Proverbs 18:22 again say that he who find a wife finds a good thing and obtain favor from the Lord. So if the Lord bring a good woman to you, brother, you did something, not your works. Now, let's get this straight. You did some things that delighted the Lord. And he's seen in your heart. And at that time, while you were doing some things for the Lord, he was getting this woman. You didn't know who she was. Prepared for you. And at the right time, the Lord present the woman to you. Now, I even hear some women. As a matter of fact, I looked at a video today. And I seen the girl, she telling women that you should chase men. Women, don't chase men. Don't ever chase no man, sister. Don't ever chase no man. You're like I'm telling the brother, don't chase woman. He will find you because the Lord gonna make the situation happen. You might can't see it. Like the man can't see who you are, sister. Brother, you can't see, sister, you can't see who he's going to be. It's a mystery, and it doesn't just happen. It doesn't just happen by chance. My brothers and sisters, you got to understand this. When it comes to a relationship, if you're with the right person, not a sinless person, but if you're with the right person, this plan happened in the Lord's mind before you was even created. Before the Lord formed the world. This plan was already in the Lord's mind. The only thing you doing, brother, and the only thing you doing is playing out what's already in the Lord's mind. When God bring a woman to you, brother and sister, when God calls a man to find you, believe me, it was not no coincidence. It was not no accident. You got to believe this. This was part of God's plan for you all to get together. There's a possibility that it might end, but at this particular time, God brought you together for a reason, and He didn't just bring you together, my brother and sister, just to get serious, just to commit and to have a covenant relationship. It's bigger than that. It's bigger. The plan is bigger. I always believe that. So the average man and the average woman think if they get married, it's all about them. No. It got three. You got God, the man, and the woman. It's three. So, brother and sister, you have to understand why the Lord put you together. You got to get that understanding. And, sister, you have a purpose, too. You got to understand your purpose. You got to understand why you're here, and you got to understand where you're going. Now, let me tell you this before I wrap it up. Brothers, and this is the main reason you should not chase women. And sister, the same thing. This is the main reason why you should not chase a man. It's come to your first love. If you see Facebook, media, or you ask the average person, who is your first love? Most of the time, they're going to give you a human. It's either going to be my man, my woman, or a child, or my mama, or my dad, or somebody. It's going to always be a child. Listen to what I'm about to say. Your first love, brother and sister, you need to know what your first love is about. Let's listen to what Lord Jesus said. This is why you shouldn't run after no women, brother and sister. This is why you don't supposed to run after a man. From Matthew 10:37. Matthew 10:37. Anyone, this is Jesus talking, anyone who loves their father or mother more than me is not worthy of me. Jesus said that. You can't even love your mom and dad better more than Jesus. Anyone who loves their sons, some of you like your sons, and your daughters more than me are not worthy than me. And we could throw in, free of charge, your husband and your wife. You understand that? Whoever does not take up their cross and follow me is not worthy of me. Whoever does not take up their cross and follow me is not worthy of me. So Jesus showing close, intimate relationship. He said your father and the mother. He said your son and your daughter. In any other relationship, my brother and sister, it can't be your first love. Because if it's your first love, you're going to have some tribulation. He got to get your attention. That's why, brother, you cannot put a woman on a pedestal. And sister, you cannot put no man on a pedestal. You understand that? You can't put nobody on no pedestal. And the whole conclusion, brother, while you're here, is not to chase a woman. This is the whole conclusion. According to Ecclesiastes 13:14. Ecclesiastes 12, that's chapter 12, verse 13-14. Ecclesiastes chapter 12, 13-14. This is what King Solomon wrote. Let us hear the whole conclusion and the whole matter. Fear God and keep his commandment, for this is man's all. God will bring every work into judgment, including every secret thing, whether good or evil. Bam, there it is, free of charge. The Lord concluded it all through King Solomon. Let us hear the whole conclusion of the matter. Fear God and keep his commandment. That's what you're supposed to be chasing, brothers. That's what you're supposed to be chasing, sister. When it said fear God, it's not saying be afraid of him. Some people think it say, ooh, I'm scared of God. No, it means respect God and keep his commandment. What is the commandment? Most people say the 10 Commandments. Nope. Jesus condensed it. Jesus condensed it. He said what? Love thy neighbor as thy Lord. They said, but before he said that, what did God he say? He said, Lord God with what? All your mind, all your soul, all your strength, everything you got, you're supposed to love God first. Then he said, after that, love thy neighbor as you love yourself. And that wrap up everything, the prophets and the law. That's what Jesus said. Jesus just condensed all that stuff down to that. Love God with all your mind, all your soul, your strength, everything. You love God first and love your neighbor. Who is your neighbor? Those people that are around you as yourself. When you deal with people, you have to deal with them as you want them to treat you. These are more than words. You understand that, my brothers? So brothers, you ain't got time to run after no women. If a God bring a woman into your life, she's going to be a plus. She's there for a reason. She's not there for you to abuse and use her. That's why you don't run after women, plural. You're going to lose. In the end, brother, you're going to lose everything. You're going to lose things on the physical level and spiritual. The physical level, as I said earlier, you're going to lose your peace of mind. After you lose your peace of mind, you're going to lose a lot of your strength. You're going to be tired because you're going to try to please all of them. After you do that, they want sex. You can't please all of them. One might want to have sex now, and one might want to have sex then. Next, you might could do that now. You might could do 1, 2, or maybe 3, depending on how old you are. But after that, you're not going to be able to do it. You're not going to be able to please them physically, sexually. And then to top it off, a lot of them are going to come with their hands out. They want money. They want resources. If you're dealing with plural women, more than one, you're going to lose. There's no way around it. Sister Flo said 60. There's no way around it. And to top it off, you lose fellowship with God's Son, Jesus. Because they're going to turn your heart. You're not better than King Solomon, brother, at all. With that said, I love you, brothers. I love you, sister. Thank you so much for your time. I hope you got something out of this. It's very, very important that you got something out of this, brothers. If you're going to deal with a woman, get you a good woman. A woman that brings 100% into the relationship. And brother, you're supposed to bring 100% in the relationship before the woman, okay? Get yourself a good woman, so you won't lose a lot, especially your relationship with God, okay? I love you, brothers. I love you, sisters.